This is a 2026 GMC Sierra Denali, and I'm pretty sure you guys can tell the update they did for this model year. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. Be sure to ask for Frank. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is a description, and you guys see that new color, Glacier white tri-coat, black interior. And then this is going to be a short listing of the standard equipment. This is a short box. Now base price does come in at $69,200. And then here are all the options. So you have the tech package for $1,275. Glacier white is $1,095 with a sunroof at $995. Now destination is $2,595. And this truck has a total price of $75,160. And then here are the fuel economy numbers off to the side. So how much more are you going to pay for this 2026 GMC Sierra Denali with the short bed with the 5.3? It's going to cost you $900 more when you're considering the base price. Now keep in mind, destination did go up, I believe, $500 over last year. So yeah, the 2026s are just more expensive simply because of destination charge. Now, when you consider this Denali, I will say, this is 100% the color. I love the Glacier white over the outgoing color. I didn't think I would, but I like that it has kind of like that cement look. It has like a light bluish, light grayish tint to it, and it just works. And as you get closer, you'll see that sparkle in the paint too. And that's why you're gonna pay more, because this paint takes a little bit more of an effort compared to the other ones. But hopefully you guys can see that flake in there. Premium lighting up front. There are no incandescent bulbs on this one. Fog lights down below. You guys see those turn signals. Front camera with the sprayer to clean it off. Chrome down below with the recovery hooks. And I will say, Pro Paint always looks good with chrome. A little bit of flow through on the front bumper right into this wheel well here. And you guys see that suspension. This is why this truck rides so good. It has that double wishbone, and it's gonna be independent. They do strengthen that lower control arm, aluminum steer knuckle, fabric material for the liner, and then here are the tires. These are the Bridgestone Dueler ATs. It's gonna be a 275/60/20, so basically 33-inch tall tire, 10.8 inches wide, 6 lug, by the way, for the wheels, 4-piston brakes on the front end. And if you care to see the capacity for these tires, 2,679 pounds at 44 psi. You can get these fender flares painted if you want a more complete look, although I think the black looks good with this color. Fixed running boards. You can see all the chrome on the door handles, mirror caps around the windows. And what do you guys think about the wheel design too, by the way? These actually look pretty decent on this truck, I would say. Now I did turn on the light here. And you guys see the badging for that 5.3. Down below, cameras and puddle lights. Blind spot alert. Smart key system for the front doors only. Hopefully in the future we see they increase the fuel capacity for this. Right now it's just 24 gallons. And you can kind of see the leaf pack. There's going to be 3 leaves in there. That bottom one being a helper spring. Liner is finished on the rear. Disc brakes out back. You have that step built into the bumper. LED tail lights, and luckily we still see that multi-pro tailgate because they did take away something out back here, which I'll show you in a second. Class 4 hitch. You have the camera provisions, 7-pin incandescent lights there. You guys see your light for your trailer. It just shines down, and the camera. And just below, note that you have a donut style spare tire. 323 rear on this truck with an automatic locker. And when you push these two buttons together, this does turn into a step for you. Now there used to be a handle right there, but no longer. They decided to take that away for some weird reason. Now, Juggernaut is a company I've been working with. They have these straps that basically help you tie things down in the bed a lot easier, and they can go on all four corners. I'll put a link down below that gives you a promo code for that. And I think it's a game changer. If you do have dirt bikes or something like that, or you use your bed often, they really do help secure things. And if you don't know, these factory hooks are good for 500 pounds per, and it does connect on both of these on each corner of the bed. So just something to consider. You guys see those bed lights there, and two cameras above, power sliding glass with defrost, and there's that sunroof. And then here is a side view of the truck. 5.3 liter, huh? This engine has been around for a long time, and GM is like a part of the good old boy club because they don't like to change nothing too quickly. Now this engine does have 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque, which has been the same for a long time, at least a decade now. And you guys saw on the window sticker, they're still using DFM. Like, I really was hoping for 2026, maybe for 27, 28, when they get the new gas V8s out, we won't see cylinder deactivation, because how much is it really saving you on fuel? Now you guys see right there, 0W20 oil is what you need to use on this. For the 6.2, it did go up to a 0W40. Now all that power that I mentioned does go through a 10-speed transmission. If you don't remember, that was co-developed with Ford. And yeah, I think overall this engine has a lot of torque down low, and even though it doesn't have the horsepower and torque that the twin turbo engines have, it still gets the job done. It's a really reliable platform. I've done some videos here at Jerry Seiner with a master tech, Brian, and he said he's never seen this engine come in to the shop to be torn down or replaced. So that speaks to the reliability of this one. So if you're looking for a reliable truck, you don't want to buy the first model year of the 27s that are going to be coming out probably next year or year after. I would highly recommend that you just go ahead and buy the truck, lease it, and wait for those engines to get all the bugs fixed out of them. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. GM refreshed this interior back in 2022. 4 years later, thoughts? Definitely better than the outgoing one that it replaced, for sure. But yeah, how does it stack up against the Ram, Ford, Toyota? Let me know your thoughts down below. I might do a video in the future regarding this, and I probably might use some of your comments. I will say the fit and finish was done well. I love the fact that you have a power steering column, not even available on the limited Ram 1500, which costs a lot more than this truck does. Seat memories, auto up and down for just the front windows only, auto down for the rear. You can power fold those outside mirrors, and I love the burnt effect they give you on that wood too. Very cool. You have this cross stitching and this wrinkle leather effect. And down below you guys see some storage, bottle holder. Now this is going to be a 12-way seat because the lumbar does go up and down by power. Here's that kick plate right there. And let's check out the materials they used on this dash. You got that piano black with some satin. Here's your forward drive and drive modes and lighting. Heads-up display controls for, I believe it was at a 14 or 16-inch screen, something like that. Let's check out the passenger side. 9-speaker Bose. 12-way seat on this side too, and just check out the satin treatment around these knobs and buttons too. Perforated leather, and these seats are going to be heated and ventilated. Now the only negative thing, I always point this out, the roof is a different color than the interior, with the exception of the stitching. So the stitching does have like that light gray color like the roof, but I won't complain too much about this one. Whenever my hands are dirty and I go up here, you know how you like swipe your hand here and pull this down? you always see handprints up here. Now granted, I washed my hands before I got this truck. I always try to wash my hands because I always look down and they're so dirty. And that's what I like about the black roof, because it does hide that, you know, dirtiness on the roof a lot better. You have this velvet material inside of here to keep things from, you know, rattling in there. And then down below, there's a sticker saying you cannot use this truck for a bed camper. And it's not available even if you get the max trailering or even the long bed or standard bed setup as they call it for the half tons. Now out back, 60/40 bench. And you can see more of that gray piping that matches the roof too. I try to justify it a little bit, right? But yeah, you can really tell the difference between that gray and the black inside of here. And sometimes that does help with the temperature inside the truck too. Outboard heated seats, USBs, air vents, cup holders. You still have this storage. When they introduced this generation, I thought this was pretty cool when they added this seat back. A little bit of storage down below. You can see that jack. And pretty decent floor. You guys see the floor does sit a little bit lower compared to the Ford truck, so you have better comfort back here if you're long-legged like me. A little bit of a hump there, but not bad at all. I wouldn't even call that a hump. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. So you have the large screens, and as I said earlier, you have this heads-up display. You can't really see it, but if I were to brighten it up and drop it down, you might be able to see it now, right there. Now on the roof, you have your vanity with the lights, home link. This is how you control that sunroof and slide that rear glass. LED lights. You have that 4K camera for your rearview mirror. And then the other camera that you guys saw was this guy here above the cab right here. So bed view, you can zoom in. And then you have all these different camera views. If you want to turn off your bird's eye, that is possible to do. And 13.4-inch display, heated and ventilated seats. As I said, the buttons are there. Now I'm willing to bet you some of these buttons are going to go away because they save money by taking away things like this. So don't be shocked if all this makes its way into the screen for the next generation of Sierra. Just keep that in mind. Dual climate control. You have your lane keep assist, parking sensors, or parking assist as they call it, can be disabled. This is your stop start function. You can drop the tailgate, caution lights, traction control, downhill assist, gear selector with your trailer brake, cup holders, wireless charger, USBs. You have two here, and then you have two more right there. 120 volt power plug. You notice you didn't see one out back, which I would like to see in the future on the next generation truck. And then here's a nice view of this center console. Now this screen is fully customizable. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can remove stuff from this side screen. You have the split screen on the side. This is probably your trailering, so you can connect your trailer. Now if you use the tire pressure monitoring for the trailer, it will show you the temperature and the tire pressure in this screen too. And then you have a clock. This screen also fully customizable. You can add or take away, but GM is still missing like a summary for all the temperatures, like the transmission oil, all that stuff. I want you guys to start complaining about that because in the future we want to see more of that. Now again, if you have to have it on this 26, Banks does have the iDash Pro, which is Bluetooth capable. I'll show it to you here. If you want to add that in this truck, that is possible. Very easy to install, and then you can see more temperatures for like everything. You can see ambient temperatures, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and check out the payload on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,800 pounds, and the rear is going to be 3,800 pounds as well. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,100 pounds, 20 by 9 wide wheels, and you guys see here your all-in payload is 1,556 pounds. So this truck weighs 5,544 pounds on the curb. It can tow up to 9,200 pounds conventionally, 8,400 pounds with the Gooseneck trailer. And then gross combined weight rating is gonna be 15,000 pounds. Here's that yellow sticker showing you the tire pressure too for this truck. I hope you guys liked the video. I definitely like the new color. And as I said earlier, it wouldn't be a bad idea to jump into one of these 26s to see how those next generation of Sierras do. That way they can fix all the bugs, because figure 3 year lease from now till then, they probably might even have a refreshed version of that truck ready to go too. See you guys in the next video.